So we'll just try to discover something that is super cool. What are you? I mean, you are super cool, man. I mean, that was a turn. Sacrifice an egg, definitely. Man, come on. Like, look at this stuff. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today, yes, finally, dinosaurs. Ixalli is a dinosaur set. We knew it has to happen, and you guys were asking for it, so we will just go with it. There's a lot of cool dinosaurs. We won't go through each one of them, so I will just talk, about the main idea for each dinosaur very quickly, and we'll directly go into action. So, this guy ramps Birds of Paradise. This guy exiles your dinosaurs from the graveyard and you can reuse them. This one has haste and can fight, something. So it's a removal basically. This one is anti-control. This one is huge against Mono Red. Probably the best card against Mono Red. It can instantly block after you play it. So it's a 3 mana 6/6. Man, standard seems pretty strong right now. Like 3 mana 6/6, bro. And yeah, when they attack, they get stunned, so you need another dinosaur. Raptor, you have seen. This one has ward and gives you extra mana, so it ramps you into the big ones. And you have some very nice big ones. For this one, it draws you cards. Basically, it has first strike. No haste, though, so something to consider. This one is insane. You will see it in action, especially when your opponent plays sweepers. You instantly get 2x, and one of them turns into a 3/3 haster. On the turn, this is played. Other dinosaurs also get haste, so if you can hit the Carnosaur, another dinosaur, 6 mana 7/6 with trample, together with like discovering this guy, they can both attack, so you swing for 10 damage instantly because you have one from the egg 3/3 and this guy, so pretty insane stuff. Dreadma, drawing cards for each dinosaur you control because, man, control player playing dinosaurs. And Etali, because it's Etali. Cavern of Souls means that nothing can be countered, and that is pretty great. Alright guys, so if you enjoy dinosaurs, don't forget to subscribe, show your support for those cool dinos. They all roar, they smork, they have good stats, what not to love. And with that being said, let's go into action because I know you are eager to see them just rushing in the opponent face. So have fun guys, enjoy. Unfortunately on the draw, but I think we can try to go with the Lorekeeper. They definitely do not want to burn her. Okay, this is an interesting draw. Okay. Like, we can ramp to 3 instantly. Man, this card is insane against Mono Red. And I love it, man. Oh, they're scared. They are scared. And they should be. Because the dinosaurs are here. I really hope he won't have 1-drop. Perfect. So they needed to give up the counter for this. And that is kinda huge. This is a pretty good draw. I think we are in the role of control deck right now. We have more cards, more power. We just need to survive, so we are, more on the defensive. Unfortunately, they will have the rage and there's nothing we can do, but sometimes you can fish for a card. And we're at 17, that's good. That's good. I can trade all of those cards, and the Hammerskull will be a huge problem for him. So if they did this, they don't have rage. And they have 1 draw. Of course, I could try in 2 turns to get the fighting or whatever. It's not fighting, right? Because you just deal damage directly. And as you can see, no way he just drew it. No way. Okay, good. Like, the chance was so low, I was like, man, come on, it's not happening. And we'll try to set up for the next turn. Do we go with this? Not yet. They won't be able to burn us, and our dinosaurs are way stronger. The Yearling is great, but it doesn't trade very well. It doesn't trade as great as this guy. Sure. 1 damage. More squeak, because why not? And as you can see, they're kinda frozen in all of this. Alright, a lot of dinosaurs. It feels like we should start to go on offensive, so let's go. We need to start the timer. If they keep trading the 1/1s, it's kinda okay for us. Not perfect, but you know, we are getting a little bit ahead every turn, and it's not easy for them to attack with Squee. They need monsters. Don't leave the Hulking Raptor. It needs to Hulk. It is a Raptor. No, bro. How can you be so good at Magic? Imagine if they drew a Mountain. Still Squee. And they will play it again. But we need to do it because this is the, you know, extremely scaling part of their deck. I mean, this can be insanely explosive. Alright. I mean, that's cool, but it won't super work. Do we just go like this? This feels super tempting. And we can go for one of those. So, they deal 4 damage. We are at 5. With Squee, we are on 2. If they draw play with fire, they win. But we have this guy as a blocker. I think we will go like this. I might be not enough aggressive, but I'll take it because we can use the ability for the Raptor and just pump it on the next turn. Or get one of the Dino lands. So I think we should be okay then. Man, if we can beat Mono Red, it's insane. And I have to say, this Hammerskull feels like a shortcut against them. Man, this guy is just great at drawing all the lightning strikes. However, he doesn't get too much value here. Sure. We have way better dinosaurs in the board. Let's go here. So 8. Not enough to kill, right? So let's go with this one. And let's count the damage right now. So we can get this trample. This will be +2, so 6 damage. They can block here, so it will be 6 damage and 3, 9. Alright. Which means that we want to do it like this. So this, yeah, because we need a blocker. And this will also be... Alright, this will block. I kinda forgot about the untap part. So maybe we could attack with Raptor. Maybe we don't need to defend. We will still win, so it won't matter, but you know. Just trying to be optimal. I think it was better to attack with Raptor. I don't think we needed 2 defenders. Bro, you can play your Squee. Alright, we'll wait until our friend Daniel will play his Squee and then scoop. And imagine the possibilities of multiple plays for a Mono Red player. Like, they could spend the whole day trying to think about those plays. Cool. We play this. We create a dinosaur. We attack with this dinosaur. We pump this because it has trample, and we activate ability because it has trample. Oh, Daniel realized what's going on, and he's out. Right. And I have to say, the dinosaurs are pretty good against Mono Red. This 3 mana 6/6 just stops them in the track. Took a mulligan because we only had like 6 mana dinosaurs, and that's not how we want to, you know, roll with the deck. Let's see, we're on the play, so our value is basically extremely limited. Yeah, I don't want to pay now myself, so I didn't want to show the cave instantly, but we will. Let's see if that's Elspeth's Might. No, they don't have it. That's good. First check already happened. Let's do it again. Wow, no instance. And I mean, counter spells will probably not work very well. We kinda force him to play main phase right now, so the Raptor is pretty huge. Let's see. Looking good so far. Celestus. Scary. I mean, this is the Sunfall turn. But I think we kinda have to risk it, man. If not, we can just go Hatcher on the next turn, hopefully. We need to keep damage. This is the true test. Do you draw a Sunfall or you do not? They will probably. Or just the, you know, the Populate is a little bit better just because we are drawing a card. That means we can go with the Hatcher. And, start somewhere. The board is scared. Turn after sweeper, he's already getting hit for 3. That's huge, and we can do it again if he sweeps again. Please don't sweep again. Don't. He will, but don't. Please go away. You know what? I'm persistent. I'm playing my dinosaurs every single turn because I'm a great player. Everything has haste. You know what? Let's send the message. Even the... Man, how does even egg attacks? And he's down to 4. After 2 sweepers in a row. If he plays the third one, I'm unhappy, alright, with this situation. He doesn't. Man, this Hatcher is insane, especially after sweeper. Probably best after sweeper card in the deck. Guys, let's start by drawing a land. I mean, we just need 1 land. I'm sure it will happen. And I mean, at this point we can play, what, 20-20 in stats nearly? Our opponent with a cheek. He's taking full advantage of all the new cards. Like, you can feel the excitement. Oh my god, new cards, new set. I will definitely never try them. I know he's grinding the dailies, but I'll be honest, guys, with you. I actually was playing like free-to-play for a very long time, and I never played any kind of meta deck. I mean, like meta aggro, because it's boring. So, you know, it is what it is. Let's go with the Hammerskull, because it blocks very, very well, and at the same time, it's really hard for them to burn. Man, like, it's 6 damage. And it can start to be aggressive very quickly. We'll probably play another one. The other Raptor, like, bro, 3 mana for 3, get out of here. With ability, too weak. Absolutely too weak for standard. Here's Squee, but probably not super happy about attacking with it. Alright, Chick will hurt for a while. Listen. I mean, we are racing... Oh no. Oh no. Moment I clicked it, it clicked in my head. And now I need to play the shame dinosaur. the one that shows that I don't know how to play the card. Man, I knew about it and then I forgot. It's not great. I mean, we have the other one, so we'll just, endure the stun counter, but definitely giving our opponent 6 life is not exactly what we want to do. Like, we could raise him for 12 on the next turn. We have Etali, we won't play it. We have one of them, but we'll draw them in the opening hand. So, yeah, I think we want to go with the Raptor. It can trade. It can trade. I think we still attack. Like, this is a lot of damage, man. And we'll have double blockers, so we should... I hope we won't die. Definitely would be better to attack him for 12 than 6, but, it was just a great decision. Oh, I knew it. When I clicked, it was like half a second and it was like, oh no, I feel what will happen. And then the chain emerged. Alright, we have blockers, we have dinosaurs, we have 11 life. Our opponent needs to do a lot of job. Like Godric and Monstrous Rage might even not be enough. And we can deal insane amount of damage. And if they want to go for a full swing, it means they cannot defend. So they need to consider both sides of the equation, basically. Right, Goosey? Of course. Man, I have to say, it's such a pleasure to see Mono-Red player actually considering defending. It feels like, they're discovering the whole new world of, like, rules, like what the cards do. Like, they actually need to play Magic right now, and it's beautiful. The Mono-Red roast is necessary part of every video, guys. So, it is just the part of tradition by now. So, I think we should be okay. So, obviously they should start with it, if they planned to do it. And they didn't draw cards, so Like they knew all the options from the start. They cannot really attack. 1 mana is... I love how they just do random things and then they're like, oh, it doesn't work. I'll concede. But you know what? That was great, and I learned how to use Hammerskull. So very, very risky draw here. But I think we have to keep it. Worst case, we play it on turn 3 and nothing else, which is probably a lost game. But if we draw 1 land, we have a good curve. And we drew one land and we have a good curve. So pretty important stuff. No cut down. We dodged it. That's huge. But you know, it's just a first step against Orzhov. Oh boy, those dinosaurs will keep dying like it was extinction event. Alright, is that the live game? Feels like it. I could kill it. I don't have 3 mana dinosaur. You know what? We are going like this. Smart. He probably... Oh man, he took the whole damage. That is pretty huge. Let's see how he plays, because we can just use this and deal 3 damage and kill Elascorn, because this has Death Touch, of course, right? Alright, this is the deck. And that will explore with... Okay, he didn't draw a land, that's good. And he doesn't like the Angel. Oh, and I drew a land, which is insane. Absolutely insane. So they kind of want to go for the Hammerskull, right? Right, this is interesting. Do we try to go for maximum damage? So they trade here. And then what? If I kill this? I mean, our report is pretty good then. But it's so mana inefficient, it's so bad, man. We can deal 8 damage with the rest of the creatures. He's close to lethal, so if we think it through correctly, we should be able to win. I could... Yeah, I know, man. Sorry for that, but I need to make a right call, because that will win me the game. I think the live game is the thing that, you know, went over the top for me. Now we can deal 8, you know, 9 damage. And he has Colorless, so he cannot answer. He can only trade. Alright. And he did. And that means Raptor on the next turn might be lethal. Veteran into what? Another? Probably another. He needs Death Touch probably. Oh, the pain of the pain. Man, his draw is insane. Look at this mana base. Murex, and double pain land. Man, I feel the pain. I absolutely feel the pain. And that should be it, because he will be forced to keep trading. Even if he sacrifices Veteran here, he should. I mean, he's at 1. And don't forget we have this land, so very easy to finish him. And we also keep the Hammerskull. And he cannot use the pain land, so he basically has 4 colorless mana right now. Oh my god, bro. Like, I will send love to him, because man, that was one of the worst draws I ever have seen. Oh man, that was it. He had the live game, but he couldn't pay the price. Alright, the Dinos got another one, but man, I feel for this guy. So let's take some extra damage to make sure that Boseiju is a possibility. And I think we might kill one of the Triumphs just to disable Leyline. We'll see. We'll see. Easy briefcase. Especially that we don't really have place here. But we... Ability of a dinosaur. I mean, we don't have it. Alright. Pretty insanely awkward turn. And that's so he doesn't lack anything. He has all the types already, which is really quick. So it can be a Sunfall on the next turn. Like, we need to start ramping, man. We are not getting anywhere if we don't get any kind of acceleration. We need to force him. Like, he can burn the briefcase to leyline this, but it's a high cost. They didn't go for it. Let's see the Sunfall test. There are like always some stages of the game where you need to test your opponent for a card. And if he gets it, it's really bad for you. If he doesn't, it's really bad for him. Invasion of Zendikar at the cost of the briefcase. So it feels like they have a Traxa maybe. And they really try to get her as soon as possible. And they might play her on the next turn, of course. I mean, that's a lot of mana. Oh man, I want Dreadmaw. I only draw one card though. Is this good? I mean, this is bigger, but if they play Atraxa, I don't really get much. Next turn we have enough mana. Alright, I think I know. So we will play like this. Killing anything doesn't really bring more, right? They have Mountain and what? And the Forest probably in the deck, so they have two basics still. So instead we'll go like this. And we'll pump the Raptor. Good choice. Let's pump the thing. You know, extra damage might matter. And then we go with the Dreadmaw. Yeah, here's the Sunfall. I mean, we have Haster, so that's something. This fixes a little bit of our mana. And let's think, they might flip the Zendikar, which is not perfect, but they need to pay mana for... That's a Binding. Bro. So I mean, Boseiju will actually be super important. It might be our lethal. At some point, because it's not looking great. Our opponent is pretty devastating so far. And they will actually have board advantage because they hit the Sunfall. We tested them for the card, they hit the card, and that means they probably will win. If they didn't, we would be ahead. But it is the way of the standard, right? And I think we go for the Leyline at the end step. And then we try to go Dreadmaw, throw a lot of cards and see what happens. But let's be honest, he will play Atraxa, he will play Bindings, he will play so much stuff. I'm already like pulling my hair when I think about it. Just 11 damage, no biggie. I could block one of those, but I need a sneaky play if I ever want to win this. Stomper, sure. Land, sure. Oh, they have even more. They don't have mountains so far, but they probably don't need them. Alright, let's go for it. That's a good step, right? Having Raptor with Trample is a good start. He has another one, man. Oh no, he was just searching for a land. That's okay. Yeah, so we go for this and we keep double red for removal. Because that might work, you know? Scrap that. No way, man. Are you serious? Are you actually serious right now? I drew 2 lands. Alright, going back to the game. So we need to absorb a lot of damage. We need triple block, so we cannot really attack right now. Man, I didn't expect double lander. And we are forced to trade a lot into this. I mean, it is what it is. We are kinda at the mercy of his cards. But we at least got back the, you know, board advantage for a second. Good for him. Good for him. Pretty good answer. I wish I didn't have lands in my deck. Alright, is that enough? It actually is. You know what? There is a chance. Oh man, that Raxa Dex got me again. It's not a fight spell as well. And we have Ward, but they can play Leyline for 1. So there's still high chance nothing happens. It might be cycling, so we'll try. They might just have 3 mana for cycling. This is my Dinosaur, this is your Archangel. They want to, you know, smork themselves. And let's keep attacking. And I kinda am forced to trade here. So, I mean, let's see. It's not like I have a choice here. I need him to draw like nothing but lands from now on. I don't think this is a... See, this is a land. That's how you draw lands. Alright, that Traxa deck got me again. It's one of the weirdest hands so far, but we'll try to make it work. We are on the play, so it should work a little bit better than it should, but definitely worst case scenario for the mana base. And what a coincidence. It seems we are playing Mirror. Never mind. It's just a growl. So, I mean, we'll play like this and try to ramp in this very awkward, strange way with 2 lands. There is high chance Lorekeeper will die. They usually are scared of 3-drops for a good reason. However, not really the case here. We can use the Lorekeeper. It's for dinosaurs, right? Yeah, so it means we cannot play another one from the first one. No blocks, of course. We take the damage. We pray. And how do we want to trade? We will go with this guy. And then use other mana for the Lorekeeper. A little bit awkward. So we can try to block Kumano with this, and I think that's the play, right? Because he is kind of forced to go. Of course, Monstrous Rage as always completely messes everything, but yeah, if they attack they usually have it. I'll take this damage because it really feels like Monstrous Rage. And it means if I block here, I lose everything and they get the full value. Right now at least they didn't use the mana for a creature before combat phase, so they missed a little bit of damage. Maybe, or maybe not. Right, this is an important draw. I think there is a chance, right? First strike is amazing. We can just go with this guy. No, we cannot. That's not the part that is highlighted. Alright, but we will go like this. First striker should be good enough. Right? Dracosaur, show them. Show them how better our girl is. Alright. What is... Oh, Godric on the table. Very scarce so far. I mean, we want it here probably. Let's see, we have First Striker, so that helps a little bit against Trampler. Hopefully they will buff Iconoclast, so they still have Monstrous Rage probably. Let's see how they play. Yep, so they're going probably for the damage and try to go for Lethal, which is probably a winning strategy in all honesty. We won't be able to recover, we miss so much mana in different weird ways. But we'll try to exile some cards. Alright, a land from the top, that's a start. We can chomp this. What are you? You are a treasure. Good, 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 good. Three damage. I mean, we could perfectly kill it, but it doesn't feel like it will do much. So we'll just try to discover something that is super cool. What are you? I mean, you are super cool, man. I mean, that was a turn. Okay, I really like Trumpeted Carnosaur. Seems to be pretty decent. So I can deal 12 damage. Man, is that lethal? Wait. So I can attack with both of those. 12 damage, 15. And this is not a dinosaur. Oh my god, I missed 1 damage. I actually missed 1 damage. Alright. Sacrifice an egg, definitely. Man, come on! Like, look at this stuff. So how do we go about it? I mean, we don't need to attack with this guy. This is enough to force Lethal on the next turn. And we Chompy, I guess Kumano, cause why not, right? Let's burn the treasure. And let's see, our Grandmaster of Magic playing burn spells until we die. Because we know it will happen. I really like the Dinosaur Egg. We can block Feldon without giving him a single card, and that's huge. That actually is the only chance we have, way to win this game. Alright guys, the games were pretty insane, I have to say, but let's talk about those dinosaurs, because I know you are curious. Are they good? Should I craft them? Are they absolutely broken OP? Let's talk about the dinosaurs from the start. For the Lorekeeper, she is insane. Like, one mana ramp is something that we always like. Paleontologist is great for a value card. However, you need to pay mana and slow yourself down. Basically, if you want to reuse any of the dinosaurs, you need to pay 2 mana tax on it. So it's more of a when you don't have other plays. So it's also a 2/2, but it ramps you. I actually forgot to mention it in the intro. This also ramps you. So of course it has its use, but it feels that you on turn 2 you probably want some extra power. I think the Belligerent Yearling, sure, is probably the most impactful one, because together with Hammerskull you can hit for 6 damage with your 2-drop. If they don't have an answer instantly, they are out of the game. Man, I have to say, 6 damage in the face is such a huge hit. It means that your opponent just gets to this 5 to 10 life so much faster, and then he needs to respect every single creature. So extremely good one. I was kinda okay with the Firstborn. I don't know your name, alright? I know you are the firstborn, and the tax is very hard to pay. You're trying to be tempo efficient, and very often you need all this ramp just to play your big dinos. So sometimes it's very hard to find this too, but at the same time, sometimes it happens. So I honestly think we could reduce this and go for 4 of those, because they seem to be the powerhouse. By the way, the removal is insane. 1 mana basically deals as much damage as you want. For the Raptor, it didn't deal too much damage. I have noticed that control decks, they just play the removal during their main phase, which is a kind of expected, right? But I thought that they will try to, be sneaky about it and deal more, counterspell more. But I guess with Cavern of Souls, they aren't incentivized to really counterspell, so they just remove the Raptor. So it's okay, but I expected it will perform better. The Hammerskull is definitely a bulk of the deck. This is one of your biggest cards. This is the reason why you hit so hard so quickly, especially after the Yearling. So you can basically have 2 mana, 6/2, followed by a 6/6. Also, one of the huge things that I mentioned multiple times, the fact that this can block mono red instantly. Like, it has no clauses that it cannot attack or block until something, it doesn't come tapped. It instantly, it's like a shark, man. Like the 6/6 whale. It's insane. 3 mana is such a good deal for this. This is probably one of the best dinosaur cards right now, by far. For the Raptor, without the battles, it's okay. It has its use, but it's definitely not as powerful as some other ones, but it's good, last time lethal. So very often this is the last dinosaur you play, and the pump is very often enough to kill your opponent. With trample, it makes things easier. As you can see, some of our big, dinosaurs don't have trample, and it can be felt, especially with those 6/6 attackers. This is one of the reasons Yearling is so good as well, because it had trample. Hulking Raptor, this is your cornerstone. So you generally with this deck want to play this 4 mana dinosaur and go directly to your big ones. And this is how you do it. If this gets removed, and it can, man, the word is helpful, but it still lets your opponent to answer with go for the throat on curve, right? You pay 4 mana for your dinosaur, they pay 4 mana for removal. And then you are kinda left with not much, because you usually don't have too many lands to just go naturally into the 6 easily. Usually it slows you down super hard. Hatcher is probably one of the best cards in the dinosaur. Together with the Hammerskull, this card is insane. It has instant impact, creates basically a whole board that is scary. Man, this is 11 power in stats for 5 mana. This is insane, and the fact that it gives haste to each one of your future dinosaurs, like even Etali, Carnosaur, it can also be hit with Discover 5, which is probably your best target because you instantly get 10 damage on the board, as I mentioned in the intro. Man, this is the powerhouse. I honestly started with 4 Dracosaurs because, you know, it's cool, but I'm not sure, man. It doesn't have haste, and haste seems to be integral part of killing your opponent super quickly, and very often you need to hit them hard before the Sunfall or after the Sunfall. However, the first strike really helps against creature decks, and flying also makes those kinda useless, and it just sits and gives you value. So I still left 2 of them, but was considering going full Hatcher because they're amazing. For the Carnosaur, it seems very strong card. The fact that you get 2 dinosaurs in one is already great, and it also gives you a lot of tempo. However, of course, if you hit, 1-2 drop something like this, it's not perfect, but very strong dinosaur, and trample makes the difference. Dreadma, it's hard to use, man. I actually think this one is weaker, maybe because it's just an uncommon, but while it has its use, it slows you down. It's just a 6 mana 6/6 with trample, and when you draw cards, you need few more turns to play. If you are against control, you won't resolve them, or even if you do, thanks to caverns, they just get removed. So no, this one is one of the dinosaurs I was considering to cut, and maybe this would make the deck a little better. Etali didn't come into play, of course, extremely strong card, especially when it cannot be countered. So guys, we went through all of this. Did I talk about stats? I don't know, man. I need to check. Surprise, surprise. 6 minutes of yapping. I have just checked and I still didn't mention stats. We are on the winning record with this one. I think we went 5 wins, 4 losses. So, pretty decent against the best decks. It seems that this performs very nicely against Mono Red thanks to the bulkiness of Hammerskull and, all the other big dinosaurs. But it feels a little bit slow against control. You need a good draw on the play preferably to kill control before they can Sunfall, especially if they play Celestus, which means the Sunfall comes 1 turn faster. So we're doing nicely, but it doesn't feel like, S tier deck. I think it will be part of the meta as, some cool tribal that is around, basically. And you know what? We will cut the video here because that's enough of rambling. Man, that was so long. Thank you for enduring it. I hope you had a good time. We wanted to review all the cards so you know what's up if you are interested in the dinosaur decks. And that was my honest take on the, power level and also how the deck plays out. And yeah, I liked it. I think it's pretty fun. It has, I think few tweaks would make it even better. But yeah, you can do it on your own. So good luck, guys, and see you tomorrow.